Sam,
Yes.
put this on.
Okay.
It will mess up your hair. I can hold the mic. I don't think I had anybody take that long to set up for start recording a podcast.
I'm sorry.
You have that's awkward.
Yeah. I am awkward, so.
And we're recording. How do you like it so far?
It's good. Yeah.
I think we should tell people we are at the Lightwave lunch event. ZenSupplies team, Sam and Sammie.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Sam didn't want to join. So Sammie's for both of you guys.
Yeah, I'll speak for the both of us.
Right, for the podcast. No,
Yeah.
you both joined, meaning like you came to the conference and you did an amazing job to help set it up, and everything is going and everything is great. And yeah, I'm very proud of you guys. This is cool.
Thank
We never attended an event before that, like, I didn't have to do much.
Yeah, well, I feel like we've been telling people today, Sam and I have been on the other side of it. So to be on this side of it
Yeah.
now is kind of cool to see the difference.
What's the difference?
Well, so now instead of us walking up to different vendors and tables at these events, we are talking to people coming up to us instead. So,
And you're bugging them like,
Yeah.
can I get your information? Can I
Yes.
get this? And in the past, you didn't want to do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you would come up to the vendors?
yeah. So I think it's just it's definitely like a different style.
Sam, can you get a shot of us closer, like, so we can put this as a... Yeah, we're at the same time, we're trying to take pictures, and we're trying to make Sam useful for now while we're waiting for people to come back.
Yeah, the breaks are very far apart.
Cool. So, yeah, thanks for doing this. But I'm curious, like, how is it being transitioning from a dental assistant at the dental office to being outside of the dental office?
It's been quite the transition, a big lifestyle change because it was 6 years of my life, but still being in dental, but in a different part of it is, I think, really cool.
And can you tell a little bit what you and Sam are doing? Like your side hustle? Or actually, Zen is your side hustle. What's your main business?
Our main business is a mobile spray tanning business. It's called On the Glow.
Okay.
So we travel to people. We're trying to get into a little space at a salon so people can have the option to come to us or we go to them. And yeah, it's nice having Zen because it is remote. So
Yeah.
it works really well with doing that.
So can you tell, how did you guys start?
With Zen?
No, I'm like, Zen. I know how I started Zen. How did you start with Glow thing?
Well, so Sam brought it up like a year ago that we should start it as a little side hustle and we should get certified. And
People to tell us they like us.
yeah, so it was kind of all talk and nothing ever came of it. And then we both went through a really big, major life change with our jobs. So then we're like, well, let's actually just
Wait,
take
so you
this.
started it after you left the dental office? Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you did start this business while.
Yeah, that's kind of what kickstarted it. Kind of like lit a fire under us was to like, okay.
So for all of you listening, you actually need to get fired to start your own business. I don't say you guys got fired, but I'm just saying, right? Or leave or quit, like, but
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be your own boss, sometimes you need a little push, and I think we were comfortable,
yeah.
and
People are walking by in front of the camera.
it's all right. Yeah, I think sometimes when you're comfortable somewhere and you're comfortable with the people you're with every single day, it doesn't really motivate you to
Yeah.
go outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. So when did you start?
December, the end of December, basically January 1st, honestly.
Okay, so you formed the LLC or whatever the business form is, right? You have it? So you went 50-50 partners.
Yeah, we split everything evenly. We're we worked together for 6 years. We're also really good friends. So now we're business partners. And
That's so cool.
yeah, it's been great. Sam's super good with the business side and the money side, all of that. I'm good with the content and the marketing. And it's like the perfect pair.
That's so cool. So what is the business? Can you tell more about what's, because I mean, I have no idea what that
What
is.
spray tanning is?
Yeah, I have no clue. Sorry.
So it's basically like a sunless tan and way better for your skin instead of baking in a tanning bed or under the sun with no SPF. So it's a solution that sits on your skin for a certain amount of time so you can get the desired tan you want for any type of event, your wedding day, your bridal shower, your bachelorette party, just because. We gave each other spray tans before this event. So it's like.
Well, that's awesome.
So you can get a spray
I
tan
can
for
tell.
anything. Yeah, you can be tan for anything.
That's so cool. So can you break it down as a business? So you're 6 months, no, January, February, March, April. It's 4 months into business, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me like a little, if you can share the numbers, how much you guys make per month, roughly? You can give a
is
range.
so sporadic.
Okay, how much did you
Sam, would
make
you
in the
know?
4 months?
You could pull up Gloss Genius maybe.
Yeah, I'm just curious for people to like really see what this side hustle looks like. Like, yeah,
Oh, gosh, not that much.
like 50K,
Oh my God, no.
25K.
Way less.
It's been 4 months. So, okay, let's put it this way. One tan is like $50.
110, $50. Okay.
So we've only had maybe, I mean, we've had like clients that continue
Yeah.
to come, but like in
I'm
total, I think
I'm at the same time listening to Sam.
clients.
Sam didn't want to be on the pod, but
She knows all the
she's
answers.
standing like 2
She
feet
knows all the
away
money.
explaining how the business works so that nobody can hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you listeners, unfortunately, will not hear the details of the business, but 110 is $50. That's all I heard. Or 75. 50. Okay. Okay, so
It's a very low investment startup,
yeah.
especially when you're mobile because you don't have to pay for a space or rent to be somewhere. So I think that's a positive to it too, is that it is very low risk. So the people I've talked to, the classes we've taken, our research that we've done, you could easily start with $2,000.
Wow. So now a
And-
bunch of dental assistants would quit their jobs.
Yeah, you could easily take $2,000, start with the basic equipment, basic solutions, and work your way up from there.
Wow. I'm curious, what are the struggles that you guys had so far running that business?
I think just putting our name out there and getting clients to be busy enough to have it be full time, which with any business, I think it just is like a trust the process type of thing where you just have to not lose faith and just keep going and be positive that, just because it's a slow week or couple
Yeah.
weeks doesn't mean it won't pick up later on.
How are you getting customers so far? Like what's been working?
Social media, word of mouth. We just started a Google page so people can Google us. We had a videographer. He does amazing work, and he actually did a whole commercial for us for free.
Wow.
Yeah. So that helped get us out there to a lot of people, dropping our cards off at salons. So just kind of marketing in different ways.
What is the one surprise that you guys had so far? Like what surprised you so far the most in 4 months?
That I like making my own hours, I guess. Like good surprise or bad surprise?
Both.
Because for 6 years I was the same hours every single day. So I think that was the biggest surprise to me too, is now, well, you have to get clients to make money, kind of like you were before, because now it's such a big life change. Things you were doing before, now you have to maybe hold off on until you get to that place again. So that's probably the biggest change or surprise, which I guess isn't really a surprise because I knew that
Yeah.
would happen.
Yeah. But isn't it pretty scary? Like, when you wake up one day and you don't have a set schedule, and now you
Yeah,
have to
it's-
make it yourself?
It's terrifying when you wake up and you basically don't
Yeah.
have a job.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, now I have to really put myself out
Yeah.
there and market in different ways to try and get people to schedule with us.
Yeah. It is an interesting thought. Like, we all want freedom, but once we get the freedom, we're kind of terrified. We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because, and the more you get it, like, it's like the more you master yourself, the more you master the time that you get to yourself, the better things get.
Yeah, and we're not the only spray tan artists around our area. There's lots of really great spray tan artists where we live, and so I think trying to not really work with them in a way, but just knowing that like we're not trying to step on any toes. We're trying to lift people
Why
up,
not?
work
Step
with
on
each
the
other.
toes. Just grow the
I don't
business.
know. Yeah,
Take over Rockford. That's it. Dominate.
that's the goal.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
You don't have to step on anybody's toes. The market is big.
Yeah.
And then if you being yourself and natural, and things will work. When did we talk? When did you join Zen?
Started February, it was in January.
February. Oh, so it's like a month after you guys started the business, we got in contact. Yeah, that's so cool. And then now you guys are able to work part-time with Zen, and then part-time or most of the time on the startup.
Yes, correct.
Which is really
yeah, we're
cool.
Monday through Friday, so our hours are just adjusted. So the part-time hours we work with Zen, we just do those afternoons tanning.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's the most surprising thing about Zen from the inside versus when you used it as a customer?
Probably just that I had never had the opportunity to meet anybody that worked with Zen, too. That was a big thing, is just like meeting all of you guys and all of your different personalities and being like, oh, this is such a great group of people. Like, they're really nice and helpful, too, to any questions that I have, quick responses, and I'm like, how do I do this or do this? Because I've also never had a remote job before, so that's also really new for me. And just having like Anastasia or Jill answer questions quickly is helpful too.
Yeah. What would you say the common theme among all the team members? Like, what's the character trait would you pinpoint that stands out to you?
I'd say from like the other podcasts I've listened to of yours, like you had one with Jill,
Yeah.
and then I've talked to Anastasia. They've both been with the company for a really long time.
Yeah.
That stands out to me
Yeah.
in a really
that
good
they've
way.
been- yeah.
I was just talking to them is that they're really passionate about their jobs, and they've been here for a really long time. So that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You don't want to talk to people that you work with that are like, meh.
No.
You're not excited or happy.
No.
No.
Not enough time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you guys thinking about the future? How big you want to grow your business?
As big as it can go, to have our own salon space with people working in it with us, still being able to be a mobile business.
Actually open a physical space?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like have our own space, have our own product line would be really cool.
That's awesome. Like literally the
Yeah, just anything that involves going into a spray tan, which is like lotions, exfoliators, I guess setting powders too. Yeah,
so much stuff.
there is quite a bit that goes into it.
Wow.
Yeah, they've come a long way for sure.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Do you see any similarities with dentistry when you look at like that industry? Is there anything that's like, oh, that's how?
Well, probably going like over like health histories. You have to do that in dentistry with every single patient, but you have to do that with every single client too, because when you're working with solutions for spray tans, there's what's called the DHA and certain medications.
What's DHA?
I cannot pronounce it. It
Okay.
is the longest. I cannot pronounce it.
Okay. I'll
But
have to look it up.
yeah, I don't even want to try because I'm going to butcher it so bad. But if they're on certain medications or they have certain skin concerns or conditions, that can affect the way their tan looks. So
Do you ever, like, both of you call clients patients by mistake?
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I
No?
don't think I have, no.
You don't call them patients?
No.
And then they're like, oh, no, it's the client. You just ask them a bunch of
I don't
questions.
think I have. Which is surprising because I worked with patients for 6 years,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. What do you miss the most about the dental practice?
I miss the people I worked with. I miss them so much.
What exactly?
Just,
Like the hugs in the morning, or like what's going to Starbucks together, or
yeah,
like yelling in the
Yeah.
radio saying I need like
absolutely everything. From
I need a
like,
basic
yes,
kit in room 5.
every single person in that office, from the assistants to the doctors to the hygienists to everyone that worked up front to our manager.
Every single
I-
one?
I'm not kidding.
One person that you
Not
didn't like there?
one. There was not one person. There was not
I
any
think you're being
drama.
too nice. Is she too nice?
I am not.
No, but I can think of one in the 7 years.
Oh,
She
wow.
didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were literally I saw them more than I saw my family. So they were like
Yeah.
my family, and that's what I miss most is just seeing them every single day.
Yeah. There's something about in-office culture that we will never be able to replicate being a remote company.
Yeah.
It's just impossible.
Yeah, there is a closeness too, maybe even sometimes oversharing when you're
Really?
with them every single day.
Yeah.
But that's
Too
not
much?
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, but then you just really know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it happen to you guys that people shared with you stuff that you're like, oh, I wish you didn't have to share that with me?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't imagine that.
I'm sure I've probably overshared.
But it just happens.
Yeah, it just happens because you
Yeah.
get so comfortable with everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sam is throwing hands in the air. I don't know what that means.
We've all seen each other cry, laugh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the most, like in 6 years, do you recall the most negative experience working at a dental office?
Yeah.
What was it?
I probably have a couple, and unfortunately, they were encounters with patients.
Oh,
Yeah.
what happened?
I had one patient, which we talked about this for years after it happened. It was like when I first started. I didn't have my lab jacket on, and I was with a patient, and he saw my tattoos, and he called me a damn idiot for having tattoos.
Wow.
And he like screamed it.
Wow.
And I just was in such shock that I had to leave the room.
Wow.
Yeah. that
What?
was the
So
worst.
what did the office do with the patient?
Nothing.
Nothing. They didn't say like, don't come back here again. Okay.
No.
How did you react? How did you get over it?
I had to learn over the years that people's reactions to you cannot be your problem.
Yeah.
You know, if someone does not like you because you have tattoos, that is not your problem. You just kind of have to
Yeah.
be like, your opinion of me can't, it can't affect my whole entire day. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm being kind. So that's basically all you can do. And you have to train yourself for that for sure. There was,
Really?
there was a lot of things that I let affect me that patients would say to me.
Wow.
Because, people don't want to go to the dentist, or they have this like prejudgment of the dentist because it's had such a bad rep years and years and years ago. And dentistry has come so far over the years, and to make people feel very comfortable in the office. So I think they realize that after they leave, like, oh, that wasn't bad.
Right.
But when they come in and
But
they just
don't
start,
say anything while they're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's all negative.
yes,
Yeah, interesting.
exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's just in general, not just what people think about your tattoos, but just in general, what people think about you shouldn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
and that's a hard lesson to learn.
It is very hard to learn. I've come a long way since that, but yeah.
What I don't know, what could potentially piss you off now? Like, what's the biggest thing that sets you on fire?
Not much. Like it would take a lot to like make me upset. Nowadays, I feel like. I've learned over the years too to just be like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
oh, if that's what you think, then that's fine.
No, just curious. And by the way, about the tattoos, I have a doctor who's a good friend of mine in Austin. He's fully covered. Fully. I think he's part, like, just stops here, like, so his hands are not,
Yeah.
right? So, like, but he's fully covered.
Yeah, and I bet he's a great person still.
And he's a great dude.
Yeah.
Like, we hang out. I give him a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't look like a dentist. You know,
Yeah.
he's tall, like,
Yeah.
covered.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No. People love him.
Yeah.
It's the most important part.
I love them, obviously. I have them.
Yeah. Sam, can we get you in?
Come on,
No?
Sam.
I feel like you've talked about everything.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this with the conference. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for trusting us to show up here before you get everything
else?
set up.
Why can I not trust? You didn't give me any reasons not to
That's
trust.
true. That's
So,
true.
You know, that's the only way to do it. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I think this is really cool. Like, I don't have any experience
Yeah.
doing this. The way I've done it in the past, it was very different. The events, but setting up a table and just standing and helping people. Like, I took a couple of pictures today.
Yeah, it's nice meeting people face to face too, because me being on the marketing side of things, I don't get to necessarily meet with the people we work with. So it's nice to come to these events and meet those people too.
Right, face to face.
Yeah.
Who actually uses it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Next time,
Well,
we'll talk more.
yes,
Maybe
we will.
it'll be with Sam and Sam.
Yeah, we'll
but
get
next
we'll
time.
get her there.
Yep.
We'll get her comfortable eventually.
Thank you.
Eventually. Thank you.